Wake the fuck up. You've been lied to your whole fucking life. They told you learning was about discipline. About sitting still, repeating boring shit, praying it sticks. About grinding your soul down to memorize crap you'll forget in a week. But let me ask you something brutal. If that actually worked, why are you still stuck? Why do you forget shit right after you study? Why does your brain lock up when it matters most? I'll tell you why. Because you were trained to be obedient, not intelligent. Conditioned to consume, not retain. Taught to memorize, not master. Your brain is not slow. Your focus is not broken. Your potential was never limited. It's the fucking system that's flawed. And if you don't break it, it will break you. Quietly, slowly, year by year. Until one day you wake up, 35, staring at a life that feels like someone else's. This isn't about learning. This is about power. Control over your own mind. Focus sharper than fear. Memory that sticks like a scar. Discipline that doesn't need motivation. And guess what? You don't need 10 years. You don't need talent. You don't need fucking willpower. You need to learn how to train like a spy. Because while you've been begging your brain to behave, the CIA has been building agents that learn entire languages in weeks, under pressure, in chaos, in silence, in sleep. That's what this is. This isn't school. This is a reset. This is how to hack your own biology. So buckle up. Because the easy mode isn't lazy, it's lethal. You've been taught to treat your brain like a container. Fill it up. Shake it around. Hope some of it stays. That's not how elite minds work. Not how spies operate. Not how legends are built. Spies don't learn under comfort. They learn under fire. In noise. In motion. In chaos. And you? You're trying to learn in a perfect setup, noise-canceling headphones, mood lighting, Pomodoro timers like it's some fucking ritual. No wonder it's not sticking. You're pampering a machine that was built for war. Here's the truth. Your brain isn't made for quiet. It's made for signal, pattern, repetition, emotion. That's why the CIA doesn't train agents in libraries. They train them in simulated war zones. Gunfire, sirens, pressure. Because focus is a muscle. And if you only use it in silence, it will snap the moment life gets loud. Yeah, sleep. Not grinding. Not all-nighters. Not fucking Red Bull. Real sleep. Strategic sleep. Spy-grade neurological hacking. When you sleep, your brain isn't resting. It's sorting, compressing, locking in patterns. And if you feed it the right signals before it shuts down, you don't memorize. You absorb. Theta waves. That hazy zone between awake and unconscious. That's where the Soviets trained spies to learn new languages in weeks. That's where retention goes through the fucking roof. Here's what you do. Play a 4 Hz theta wave playlist at low volume. Before bed, review your target material. Spanish verbs, formulas, sales copy, anything. Not to study, to expose. Then sleep with those waves playing. Pair it with a scent. Cinnamon gum, lavender, orange peel. Chew while learning. Smell it again when you wake up. Your brain links the scent to the info. Next time you smell it, bam, recall on command. This is how you train learning without effort. Not through force, through frequency. You're not lazy. You're overloaded. You don't need motivation. You need rewiring. You're not behind. You've just been downloading the wrong fucking software. And I'm here to delete it, one method at a time. You think you need silence to concentrate? That's cute. You've been trained like a school kid. Quiet, please. Focus requires calm. No distractions. Bullshit. Focus is not a candle you protect from the wind. It's a fucking torch you build to burn through chaos. Life won't wait for the perfect moment. There will always be noise. Deadlines. Family drama. Anxiety. Someone texting you dumb shit while you're trying to build an empire. And if your mind can only operate in perfect peace, you'll fall apart the second life gets messy. That's why spies are trained in chaos. They learn to focus with alarms going off, gunfire cracking, people screaming in the background. Because war doesn't come with a do not disturb sign. Don't study in silence. Study in simulation. Turn on cafe noise, street sounds, rain and sirens. Hell, loop a chaotic restaurant soundtrack. Start small, low volume. Then every few days, increase the noise. Add a sudden alarm every 7 minutes. Your brain adapts. It gets faster at tuning out distractions. You're building selective perception. You're turning your mind into a sniper, locked in, unshaken. This is mental weightlifting. You're not reading. You're fucking training. Soon, you'll be studying with focus while the world burns around you. Or at least while your roommate's watching Netflix 5 feet away. You're not just building focus. You're building pressure tolerance. Because anyone can think clearly when things are calm. But only the elite stay sharp when shit hits the fan. Every day, create a 30-minute chaos session. Grab your topic. Surround yourself with noise. Interrupt yourself on purpose. Then pull yourself back in. You're not studying. You're forging steel. This isn't about being a better student. This is about becoming undeniable. The world won't get quieter. Your focus has to get louder. Memory doesn't live in your head. It lives in your senses. That smell that reminds you of your ex. That song that pulls you back to a night you swore you forgot. That color that makes your chest tight for no reason. That's not nostalgia. That's biology. That's your brain tagging emotions to senses so you never forget. And guess what? The CIA weaponized that shit. Because if your survival depends on recalling a face, a passcode, or a kill phrase, you don't rely on luck. You train your nervous system to hold the memory like it holds trauma, permanently. And you can do the same. Let's say you're learning a language, or prepping for an exam, or trying to memorize sales scripts, laws, formulas, doesn't matter. Don't just read. Pair it. Attach the memory to a sense, scent, sound, taste, texture, or sight. Chew cinnamon gum while reviewing key facts. Sniff lavender oil while drilling Spanish verbs. Play a specific song every single time you study one topic. Wear a red hoodie every time you study biology. Sit on the same fucking chair for economics. Smell the same candle when you write code. Because when you fire the same sense again later, your brain thinks it's back in learning mode. And boom, memory recall shoots through the roof. This is how spies recall passcodes in seconds. Not with repetition, with association. Your body is already doing this unconsciously. Panic attacks from a song. Joy from a perfume. Goosebumps from a color. That's not weakness. That's wiring. So wire it the way you want. You're not just memorizing words. You're building sensory anchors. Neural tripwires that fire without asking for permission. Pick one topic. Assign it a scent. Assign it a color. Assign it a song. Repeat the process 3 times. Then walk away. Come back 2 days later. Trigger one sense. Watch what happens. You won't just remember. You'll feel it in your bones. Because memory isn't about thinking harder. It's about tricking your brain into reliving the moment. Your senses are the keyboard. Your brain is the command center. Hit the right key, and you unlock everything. You walk into a room and forget why you came in. Relatable? Of course it is. But don't brush it off as forgetfulness. That's not weakness. That's data. Your brain is literally mapping your environment. Not just remembering what, but where. It's tagging physical space to memory, constantly, automatically. And that's where the game changes. Because the CIA figured it out. They realized that if you control your surroundings, you can control what your mind remembers. They call it the memory palace. Used by spies, world champions, and thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Da Vinci, even Sherlock Holmes. This isn't fiction. This is ancient psychology upgraded for elite performance. Your brain remembers locations. So use that to your advantage. Your mirror? Link it to today's top 3 priorities. The fridge? That's your formula for success. Tape it on the door. The doorway? Make it the one quote or key idea you need to hammer into your brain today. Put a post-it there. Say it out loud when you pass. Engage the physical and mental loop. Every time you walk through your house, your brain runs the script on autopilot. You're not reviewing anymore. You're installing. Put your Spanish vocabulary on the bathroom mirror. Put your goals on the ceiling above your bed. Put the law code on the inside of your closet door. Put that sales pitch line on your damn microwave if you need to. Your house becomes a memory trap. Your space becomes a trigger. You walk, and you remember. You've been treating your environment like decoration. It's not. It's ammunition. This is how spies remember floor plans. This is how memory athletes recite thousands of digits. This is how you take back control. Pick 5 locations in your home. Assign each one a memory or topic. Put a visual, a phrase, a diagram, something physical. Walk through the space once. Then again. Then again. In 48 hours, watch how your recall spikes. You'll forget what you had for lunch, but you'll remember that formula taped to the mirror like it's tattooed on your soul. Your home can be your prison, or it can be your palace. Build the palace. Stack the throne. Rule the fucking mind. You were taught to learn one subject at a time. Slowly. Painfully. Finish math first. Then do history. Then maybe psychology, if your brain hasn't tapped out. But your brain doesn't learn linearly. It learns relationally. It wants to bounce, connect, shift. It remembers patterns, not prisons. That's why trying to memorize one subject for hours feels like drowning. Because your brain isn't built to drink from one hose. It's built to build networks. Fast. Study one topic for 10 minutes. Then switch. Hard. Jump to a completely unrelated topic for the next 10 minutes. Then switch again. And again. Math, poetry, marketing, physics, design. You think that's chaotic? It's not. It's how your brain builds neural superhighways. It's called interleaving, and it's been used by memory experts, spies, and elite performers for decades. Because your brain doesn't just store information. It compares it. It cross-links it. It asks, where does this fit with what I already know? And when you bounce topics, it starts grabbing the bigger picture. Faster, deeper, stronger. You're not distracted. You're strategically rewiring. You don't just remember more. You remember smarter. Build a 60-minute session. Pick 3 unrelated topics. Rotate every 10 minutes. No breaks. No mercy. Force your brain to shift gears like a Formula One engine. It'll feel weird at first, because your old wiring is dying. But give it a week, and you'll start noticing something wild. You retain more. You lose less. You think faster. You don't just become a better student. You become a learning machine. Stop cramming like a prisoner. Start downloading like a fucking system update. One burst at a time. You've got the tools now. But tools don't mean shit if you don't build with them. This isn't another YouTube video to bookmark and forget. This is a new fucking operating system. 1 week. For layers. Permanent shift. No more theory. Now it's action. Every night, 20 minutes before sleep. Theta wave audio plus light review of chosen material. Use a scent as a sensory anchor. Sleep while the audio plays at low volume. Create a 30-minute study session every day under engineered distraction. Cafe sounds, street noise, or roommate chaos. Add an alarm every 7 to 10 minutes to train redirection. Attach one sense to one subject. Color, scent, music, touch. Repeat it every time you study that subject. Reinforce the same input when recalling it. Set 60-minute study windows. Rotate between 3+ unrelated topics. 10 to 15 minutes per topic, then jump. No breaks until full cycle ends. Every room in your house becomes a memory trigger. Bathroom equals formulas. Kitchen equals key affirmations. Bedroom equals scripts, quotes, values. Every step equals reinforcement. Every door frame equals a lesson. Do this for 4 weeks. Not forever. Just 28 days. And here's what's going to happen. You'll stop forgetting. You'll start anticipating. You won't need motivation anymore, because now your brain wants this. You'll walk into a room and remember exactly what you placed there. You'll wake up with ideas that downloaded overnight. You'll sit down to focus, and chaos won't break you. It'll sharpen you. This is how elite minds are built. Not through force. Through frequency. Not through hustle. Through neurostrategy. Start tomorrow. No perfect moment. No waiting. Print the protocol. Stick it on your wall. Don't make it pretty. Make it real. Because this isn't a study hack. It's an identity shift. From scattered to surgical. From overwhelmed to unbreakable. You don't need a black ops budget. You don't need a spy handler whispering secrets in your ear. All you need is this. One brain. 1 week. One reason to become more than average. Learning isn't supposed to feel like punishment. It's supposed to feel like power. So go take what's yours.